Another shot for you to grab $1,000 in about 4 or 5 minutes. You can go fund yourself $1,000, 30 past every hour here on the show. And lots of opportunities the remainder of the day to get yourself some money. 35192 to send me a text in here. Hey, Andrew.
Hey, what's going on, Alan?
What's up, dude?
I just want to help you out with your story with your daughter, that's all. So we rented a pontoon boat on Torch Lake up in Michigan, and we took our kids out, and 6 hours in, we're having a great time, and all of a sudden my daughter says she has to poop. And we're in the middle of the lake, and I'm like, okay, what are we going to do?
And Torch Lake is super, super cold, too.
I know. Oh, tell me about it.
Yeah.
It is. So we kind of get in close to the shore. We jump off, and I'm trying to get her to the shore. She's like, Dad, I got to go now. And I'm like, okay. I just pulled her pants down, and all of a sudden a big brown submarine comes breaching up out of the lake, and I'm like, okay, this is a problem.
The things we do for our kids.
We've got a
right,
problem.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We have a problem. So I just want to help you out.
Thank you.
That's a submarine you can't sink, though. That
No.
battleship
No.
ain't going down.
You will not sink that Bismarck. Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you, Andrew.
No problem.
All right, there you go. There's Andrew. Listen, I am very surprised at how on my side the customers are on the texts.
Hey, I'm kind
It's
of with you.
mostly Team Allen.
Yeah.
Well, Gwen, very much not on Team. She's still texting me things I could have done. And I'm like, yeah, I know
It's
the
a
things I
little
could
late.
have. Well, right. And listen, it's not when they're repeated back to me, I go, yeah, that's a really good idea. I should have done that. But I think part of it is I had guy brain, too.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, get out of the car and pee on the side of the road. And, yeah, right. I could have put a towel down. That probably would have been the quickest and easiest way to go about that. People are like, oh, you get one of those little fold-out potty seats. I go, we have one. I didn't pack it. You put like a bag under it, and then you do whatever you got to do, Rest stop, I walk her into the men's room and put her on, It's all good, and I didn't know how much time I had. When they
Right.
go, I got to pee,
Yeah, it
that
could
means
be-
the pin is pulled. I don't know if you can hold it for 5 minutes, if you got to go right now. I don't know. I didn't know how much farther I could have gone. Whatever.
Before she started dripping.
Yeah, I can't re-legislate what I did over the weekend.
All right. One quick reminder.
We
I'm gonna
made
hit
it.
this.
We made it out alive, and we're both stronger for it.
I'm going to hit this a few times today. The Alan Cox Show live stream is still up and going. It's just exclusively at alancoxshow.com. And then as the show goes on, I'll cut up the live stream into shorter clips.
Okay.
As we go. So,
Okay.
But you still can watch the live stream at alancoxshow.com.
All right. Well,
That's
people are
how
going to
it's
YouTube
gonna
and going, "What? Why?
Yeah,
why
yeah.
wouldn't they? Why wouldn't you guys assume that it's on the show site?" By the way, I mean,
Because
Bill's being
people
Bill's
get
being
into they get into a rhythm, and also like it sends out alerts when we go live.
I see.
And since it didn't send that alert out, that they're like, and we haven't been on the air. They're like, where are you guys?
I see.
So I'm trying to
All right.
be vocal about it, and this will, I think, be better for the live stream overall.
Very good. Alan, I had my pregnant wife puke out the window on the highway doing 65. Needless to say, none of it made it outside the car. And her face and the entire inside of my car was covered in vomit.
I told the story
Fantastic.
about my friend that spit out the window the other day, right?
I don't know.
Maybe it was in a break, but I was driving my friend home from a show at Hilarities, and she was spitting all night. She's so gross.
Yeah.
And she just hogs a lug as we're getting onto 90.
Out of the window.
Out of the
Passenger window.
I'm going, 55, 60 miles per hour, and she just goes, and it just slams right back on her cheek.
Oh.
And I don't see what's going on. I just see her look over at me, and she's got a giant loogie.
Yuck.
Like, there's something about
But
Mary
why would
style.
you spit it into the wind? Like you stick your head out and face the back of the
her right.
car. Like,
That's she new to spitting, I guess.
Wow,
I don't
okay.
know.
You get what you deserve.
Not knowing her, not really what she does. And she had this loogie hanging perfectly off her cheek,
I don't think about
just like, and she just like, I made a mistake.
a loogie on the cheek.
She had nothing to wipe it with.
I had a pair of sweatpants in the back that I was able to let her use.
I would like to die after that. Ugh.
It was pretty funny.
Alan, I'm a totally normal mom. I look like you, I smell like you, and I absolutely would have had my 3-year-old pee on the side of the road. Listen, as much as I enjoy the support from the texters right now, maybe we're just all awful parents.
Yeah,
maybe that's the more likely
totally an
explanation, is that we're all terrible.
This mom looks and smells like you?
Yes. She's trying to say that we're the same, that I'm not
You're
strange.
not. You're not.
I'm strange in many, many ways, and my wife's probably right. I'm probably strange in that way too. That's one of the things I dislike about myself the most, is that sometimes I'm so the easiest situation, easiest solution rather. No, will completely elude me. I tend to kind of make things sometimes more complicated than they need to be, and I don't know why. But somebody will go, "Why didn't you just do this?" And I'll go, "God, that's a great idea." And it's so simple.
You never thought about?
I don't know why. Didn't occur to me, because all I'm thinking is, oh my God, how much time do I have? And I didn't want her to pee in her pants, because I would have had to have.
I probably would have done the same thing.
Here's the thing: if she had peed in her pants, she would have been freaking out the rest of the trip that she's sitting in wet, But I guess I could have pulled over and changed her.
Or the coffee can.
What coffee can are you talking about?
You get an old coffee can.
I didn't have a coffee can.
That's what I'm saying. You can bring one from now on.
Where am I going to get an old? I'm not driving in 1962. Where am I going to get an old coffee can?
When you buy coffee.
I don't buy coffee.
Okay, buy coffee. Just use coffee
funnel
can.
and an empty water bottle. And then you can make it.
I gotta put a funnel on my daughter's genitalia on the side of the. Let's do that. Jesus, that's making it more complicated. When you buy coffee, I don't buy coffee.
Just a container, something that you can store it.
Well, yeah, you're right, but I didn't have
a little bucket.
That's what we used to do on road trips all the time when we would have 6+ cousins in one car. All of us would cram in, and then they're not stopping for every single one of us. So it would just be.
So you got 8 people in a car with a coffee can full of piss?
Better than pulling over in a construction
is
site,
it?
Alan. Yes, it
is.
It is.
Not if you're one of the other 8 people in that car. You got to. Who holds onto it so it doesn't spill?
You put it on the floor, and
between somebody's feet. Who gets that indignity?
We were all little, we were kids. So it's not like we're grown adults where we can't hold it.
No, but the 2 grown adults agreed to have a coffee can full of pee in the car. Was it covered?
Hey,
yes, it was covered.
Anything to make good time. Making good time is more important than a little pee being spilled in your car.
See, I don't have these. Here's another reason I don't have these solutions. We never went anywhere as kids. My parents hate to travel, so we never went on vacations. We didn't go anywhere. So I don't have all these life hacks of when you're a kid. I'm a grown-ass man. I should have, but I didn't. Yeah, so there are 100 easier solutions that I could have arrived at. I just didn't arrive at any of them. Now I'm going to go and buy a coffee can. Was it like an old-timey metal coffee can?
No, it was like Folgers. Sometimes.
You mean like a plastic
Folgers bucket?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I'm thinking like an old chock full of nuts can. There's rust on the inside of it.
Something tall where it can be contained to where, if there is pee in the bottom, you're not going to smell it because it's...
You put the cap back.
Yes.
I see what you mean.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just picturing like an old can that's uncovered and it's sloshing around on the floor of the car.
It has a cap on it.
Well, you said coffee can.
It is a coffee can.
All right. Can implies metal to me.
He has the nerve to look at me crazy when he had his young 3-year-old daughter on the side of the road.
I like how he's pretending that he knows what he would do in any situation with a toddler.
I know what I did as a kid.
Right.
That's different than having being responsible for a kid.
5 kids in my family, and we never had to get a can to pee in. There was not a coffee can to pee in.
It was either that or stop.
You should have brought her a Diva cup.
No, we were hold it. We learned to hold it.
No, we were kids, and
we were also kids when I was a kid.
I'm just saying, we were on our way to see Toy Story on Ice. We were stopping every 10 minutes.
Again, dude, you pee before you go. You pee when you get there.
And what car were you in that had 8 people in it, by the way?
My aunt had like a really big van.
Wow.
And she would take us to all like our little events as kids. And yeah.
Don't forget your coffee can, kids.
It would be on the floor. We
Now,
always
did you
knew where
each
it
have
was.
your own, or is
No, we share it.
It was a community coffee can.
It was a community coffee can.
It was a KKK.
And we all
Did anybody ever take a Duke in the coffee?
no. But
God, your pee really smells. Oh, no, that was the number 2.
we would have those Kool-Aid jammers or like those little juice boxes, and we would have to pee. We would have to pee on the way there. Like,
Well,
it just happened.
that's their fault for bringing all those juice boxes.
It was either that or you have 6 kids yapping the whole time, so they would just have some juice and shut up. Even then, I was having juice to relax.
Juice to relax. You don't ever sound relaxed ever as a kid. Every story you've told, there's nothing about it that makes you sound relaxed. I gotta pee in this can. All right, I gotta give you some money here. Think of all the coffee cans you could buy with that. $1,000. Chance for you to go fund yourself. Good luck. I'll just buy a little shiwi for the trip next time or something.
There you go.
Yeah. Best part of waking up is pee in your coffee cup. New Folgers slogan. There you go. Alan, a few Christmases ago, got stuck in traffic. 2 miles from the rest area. Couldn't make it. I peed in a barf bag from the ER, and it got so full that I had to empty it in the snow on the side of the road. And my kids still haven't recovered. My daughter threw up in the car when she was 2. I pulled onto a side street and proceeded to strip her down in the road, and it was December, and I didn't have a change of clothes, so I had to put her back in the car with only her puke-covered coat on.
Aww.
Wow. I mean, getting your kid naked in December, I'm not going that far. Oh, man.
Okay.
Boy. Poundcake carrying his little Jenkum jar around when he's a kid. In the back of a 48 Buick. Yeah, we had 18 people in the back seat. Kaylee, our horticulturist, she said, how about a 6-year-old with an ass full of fire ants peeing on the side of the highway on the way to Hilton Head? That was me. Ooh, oh, man. Fire ants. Oof. Love the cult. Hey, Deke.
Yeah. Hey, Alan.
Wow, what's up, Deke?
Nothing. Talking about peeing on the side of the road.
Oh, you know.
Well, wait a minute. Now, I have daughters, okay, and sons.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter. The thing is, here's a 3-year-old that's got to pee and really doesn't want to pee in her pants. In the car, anywhere in front of anybody. She's learning. And you take her outside and you let her pee. It's different. You do it with your kids.
Well, I do understand the point. Listen, I was nervous to be on the side of the road. I was looking over my shoulder every 2 seconds to make sure there wasn't some
You're gonna have
trucker
to
on
do
his
a dive
phone.
roll to get out of the way.
Yeah, it wasn't ideal conditions, and yes, I could have gone about it in different ways. Of course, that's true. I was just telling it as what I thought was a hilarious anecdote from the weekend. But
I enjoyed it.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're out on the middle of the lake. It's me, my son, and another guy, and my daughter, and she has to go, and it's cold. We're out, it's cold.
Yeah.
And she goes, okay, guys, turn around because I got to go. And I said, okay, go. But the point is pulling over on the side of the road can be a whole different ball game.
Hey, I just thought that if she remembers it, because she's the age now where she'll remember things, it's a story to tell. Hey, listen, I remember when I was a kid. What's the first thing you remember? She'll be in high school. I was 3, and my dad made me pee by the side of the road. I don't know.
Or she might say, yeah, I was 3, and I didn't want to pee in my pants, and my dad made sure that I peed outside.
I guess I should have given her the
instead
option.
I peed in my shoes.
Yeah, I peed all in my shoes, right. All right, thank you, Deke.
Yeah, you got it.
All right, there's Deke. Hey, Ian.
Alan, how's it going?
What's going on, man?
I'm just calling. So when I was a baby, my dad was a drug addict who sold my formula for crack.
Sure.
So as far as I'm concerned, you probably deserve a Dad of the Year.
Well,
As far as you're concerned, he's tied with Alan?
Yeah. You are giving me the opposite end of the spectrum, Ian. There's a long way to go between roadside pee and my dad was a crack addict too, but
Exactly.
Sure.
So, but
I assume he stole. I assume he was stealing your powdered formula.
I assume so as well.
Yeah.
I've been told since 28 years ago. So.
They got to cut it with something. Is your dad still alive?
He is. Yeah, he's much better now. Kind of by force. He was in jail a lot. He was, whatever. But
yeah,
HIV positive from a dirty needle that turned into AIDS.
Wow.
He's been sober for 10 years now. But,
are you good with him or no?
As much as I possibly can be under the circumstances. I love him. He's my father, but I don't like him.
Understood.
I try to, we try to make things work now. He came to my wedding. Whatever, but it'll never be the same as it possibly could have been.
Well, I'll tell you what. If Ian called to make me feel better, mission accomplished, Ian.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted.
All right, thanks, pal. There's Ian. Well, Alan, at least your dad wasn't a crack addict. Yeah, that is true. That's absolutely
and you're
true.
not a crack addict.
At least you're not a crack addict. Yeah,
you
that's
aren't
right.
a crack addict that's selling her pee-filled shoes to buy drugs.
Now, if only I thought of that, we could have figured the whole thing out. If I'd been really smart, I would have taken her shoes into Target, put them up on the, just switch the tags. So another kid comes in, hey, why do these shoes smell like pee? I don't know. All right, I got a break. I'm going to have something for you. A little bit late. Ooh, Quiet Riot. The WMMS Halloween Bash is a couple of weeks away. It's October the 19th at the Agora. You can go to WMMS.com, use the keyword contest. You can register to win tickets there. We're giving away a meet and greet. Quiet Riot, too, is part of that. But I'll have some passes for you closer to 420. 35192 if you want to text. Or AlanCoxShow.com if you want to watch.
Hey everybody, welcome to Is It Weird? I'm Bill Squire. Thank you for watching. Don't forget